Hey, what's going on? It's Dr. Toby, physical therapist and health coach. And if you're watching this video, thank you for coming to check out the Rehab Mobile YouTube page. I hope that you find this page helpful for you. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can avoid having excess or loose skin in the weight loss process. And so if you're somebody who has been on a weight loss journey and you've noticed that you have excess skin in certain areas, or if you're someone who has been anticipating starting a weight loss journey, but one of your fears or concerns is having excess weight or skin in certain areas of your body once you start to lose weight, then this video is for you and it's going to be super helpful. By the way, this channel, the Rehab Mobile channel, is where we help people to heal from pain so that they can transform their body, their fitness, and their life to get the health and the fitness that they've wanted for so long. That's what we do. So you'll see a host of our videos on so many different topics as far as pain relief, as far as fitness and exercise and weight loss and so many other things. So definitely like this video. If you find it helpful, subscribe and stay connected to the content that we're sharing. So what I want to show you today is not only the things you need to know and the type of exercises you should do to avoid having loose or excess skin when it comes to the weight loss process, but also exactly what you need to do to target certain areas of your body. And I'm going to show you a couple of exercises that are paramount for certain areas that people are most concerned about when it comes to having excess skin. So let's talk about it. This is a concept that some people experience, and it's not widely understood or known from the very scientific details for why everyone doesn't experience this phenomenon, but it is a real thing. And there's kind of a common sense to it. And we'll talk about it in a moment. And then I'll show you a couple of exercises for some of the key body parts that people often complain about having just excess skin or loose skin, and how to really avoid that in your process. So when you lose weight, you're burning calories, you're reducing fat, and there's a degree to which your body may begin to burn more fat or calories and start using energy more than your skin begins to adapt in terms of tightening and fastening to the bone or skeletal muscular structure, meaning your skeleton. And so how do you avoid this, having this excess skin? People will complain of, like, they've lost weight, but parts of their body are flabby, the arms, maybe the chest, the lower abdominal region. Those are areas that people are really challenged with, because it's like, well, I lost weight, I saw the number change on the scale, but what exactly am I going to do about my physique? So here's the number one key and tip that you need to know. Most people talk about nutrition being extremely important to the weight loss process, and saying that you can accomplish so much just with nutrition. And they'll say nutrition is 80% of the weight loss journey and exercise is 20%. And I can't get into the validity of those statistics, but anecdotally, or at least from most people's experience, and I would even agree that a lot can be achieved in terms of weight loss just by doing nutrition and diet changes alone. But what can't be achieved by just doing nutrition and diet alone is transforming your physique in a way that is really on par with what you want, right? So if we really look at it, nutrition helps us to decrease the amount of empty calories that we're taking in, decrease the amount of fat that's stored in our body, and so many things of that nature. But what transforms our physique to get toned muscles and a toned body, and really having your skin and the fascia that's under your skin and under the fat, what gets that to be toned and formed in a specific way is how you train your body and utilize your muscles, which are also attached to your skeleton. So when you have that skin hanging from the skeletal structure of your body, what you realize is that there needs to be a training and a toning of those parts of your body, and the kind of stress you put your body under physically is going to determine the outcome or the byproduct of that physical transformation. So weight loss, yes, is probably predominantly determined by the nutrition element, but your physique is going to be transformed most significantly by your physical activity in the exercises you do. Now that brings us to the exciting part that I know everyone wants to know. What exercises do I do to address certain parts of my body? How do I do them? Now this is also of significant importance too, because just doing exercise in general doesn't necessarily transform your physique. You may want to become a bodybuilder, but becoming a bodybuilder is not going to be achieved by you running a marathon, right? That produces totally different physical and metabolic response than doing weights at the gym. Okay, so the specificity of your exercise plan and program is really important to produce the body that you want. Now, if we get very specific, you can say, well, I'm going to use weights. And that is really the answer. Weight training, resistance training is really the answer to producing and avoiding loose or excess skin when you're working out. If you're just doing pure cardio, that most likely is not going to produce the physique that you want. This is and can be different for everybody, just depending on how they lose weight, what parts of their body tend to burn fat or calories, or in the fat content begins to be dissolved and to go away. But if you really want to be specific with the exercise types that you're doing, that's going to be the best way to produce the results you're looking for in terms of avoiding the excess skin. So weight training is that type of training you want to do. You can use bands, you can use body weight, and you can use resistance. Now, within this category of doing weight resistance exercises, what's important is doing the exercise in a fashion that will produce the kind of response in your body that you want. For example, again, if I want to be a bodybuilder and build bulky muscles, bulk up, I'm going to be lifting heavier weights and probably doing fewer reps and sets. That produces a particular musculoskeletal response. Versus if I'm somebody who I want to get cut up, I want to get toned, I'm going to be doing different types of exercises. Those types of exercises will be more endurance, muscular endurance type of exercises, which means I'll probably be doing higher reps of those exercises along with higher sets, but with a lower or moderate amount of weight. So that's really, really important. When you're trying to tease this out and figure out how much weight should I be lifting and what are the reps and sets, when it comes to doing endurance type activities, you're talking about 3 sets of 15 at a certain amount of weight. That's not a heavy weight. And working with a good fitness coach, a good health coach or physical therapist to help you understand the amount of reps that are appropriate for you to produce the response is extremely important. All right. So let's talk about those specific exercises that are going to produce those responses that you are looking for in terms of losing the excess skin and weight. Let's address the tricep area, the chest, and we're going to talk about the abdominal region. All right, we're going to start off talking about your arms, the tricep area, where people find that they have excess skin in that particular part of their body, and how to do some exercises that will improve that. So again, going back to thinking about the specificity of the exercises to produce the right musculoskeletal response, right? So we're thinking higher reps of the exercise and higher sets with lower weights. So for starters, doing no weights is a great place to start to get an idea of what your physical capacity is, depending on if you're somebody who is just new into exercise or fitness. But also if you're someone who maybe has been doing things for a while, or you realize that using no weights or just body weights is easy, you can progress to using maybe 5 pounds, 7.5 pounds, things of that nature, because again, those low weights are going to help to produce the right physical response versus producing a more bulkier look if you're using heavier weights. All right, so one of the first exercises, this is actually good for the triceps and for the chest area, the pec region. For some people for ladies or those who are women, that is an area where they may find excess skin folds in that area, and this exercise is really helpful. It's simple. They're arm circles. So what you simply are doing is you're doing these arm circles, and you have your elbows locked out, and you're going just like this. This is working those pec muscles and working those shoulder girdle muscles. For more tricep activation, you would go backwards. And this is working that back region, the upper back, where people also find more of those skin folds or excess skin. And it's also working those trap muscles more, or I should say tricep muscles. Okay, so that's one of the exercises for those areas. Another good exercise for the tricep area, the arms, is dips. Now, people have different levels of capacity, but this is a really good exercise that is helpful for addressing excess skin or fat. And also, if you are somebody who's just starting your fitness journey, this is a great exercise to start off with in terms of kind of working in advance, meaning you don't want to just lose the weight and then have to deal with the excess skin afterwards. You want to start your journey with this already in mind, doing exercises that are going to straightforward produce the body that you're looking for, that you want. Okay. Another good exercise that a lot of people don't like that helps with this in terms of the arms is push-ups. It's a great exercise. You can do push-ups directly on the ground. If push-ups are tough for you, you can do what they call girl push-ups. I'm sure in this day and age, they might call it sexist or something like that, but you know, there's a variety of ways you can do it. And this is definitely going to affect the chest area in terms of excess skin. So push-ups are another great exercise. Now let's talk about the lower abdominal area. This is really important for a lot of people because people want to get rid of the belly fat. So what do you want to do? You want to do exercises that are going to target the lower abdominal area, but not just regular strength exercise. You want to do some low grade, repetitive exercises that are going to work those lower abdominals and hip flexor muscles. One of the best exercises for this that a lot of people may or may not like is mountain climbers. You can do this on the flat floor, or you can do this on a chair like so, working those lower abdominals and those hip flexor muscles. Again, when you think about doing these exercises, you want to think about doing more higher reps. We're talking 3 sets of 15, 4 sets of 25, and we're not using heavy resistance. So you might put resistance bands on your legs, which I can show. You might consider doing weights, different things of that nature, but you want to focus on higher reps with a lower amount of weight, lower to moderate, depending on your fitness level. Another good exercise for that lower abdominal region is, I'm going to show you right now. Let's move this. Is air bicycles. It's another good one for that lower abdominal region. And the reason why this would be superior to something like crunches is because this is targeting the lower abdominal muscles better. We are getting some more hip flexor action and lower abdominal action, but also with an exercise like the air bicycle, you're getting that repetitive movement that is helping to create a cardio type of effect. And so that's going to burn more calories. For exercises like mountain climbers or like air bicycles, one of the things I would highly encourage is thinking about not only doing reps and sets, but thinking about using a timed set intensity fashion. So using a timer, going for 1 minute, or starting with, if you're a new beginner, 30 seconds, then do 30 seconds break, 30 more seconds, and doing it that fashion. And what's really critical and will make it even more effective is the speed at which you do these exercises. Obviously, you want to be safe, but the speed at which you exercise will also determine the physiological response that your body invokes that transforms your musculoskeletal system. And your musculoskeletal system, I've been saying that word, but it's just a big word for your muscles on your skeleton and all of the parts that go into that, the fascia, the fat, and so many other parts. So I hope these exercises have been helpful for you. And here is the great thing. You might have hated all of these exercises. You might not even like them. They may be super difficult for you. But what I want you to understand and realize is that you don't need to be committed to particular exercises. You need to be committed to exercising, which simply means that when it comes to producing the transformation that you want, the body that you want, you don't have to stick with just some exercises. When you work with someone who is a health coach, a fitness expert, they're able to creatively help you do exercises that are safe and appropriate for you, but also manageable and not draining. If you're doing exercises that you hate and the person that is guiding you through that exercise program isn't creative enough to create exercises that help you achieve the same thing, then that probably isn't the best opportunity for you, because there are exercises that you can throw out the window and find new exercises to achieve the same result, but that exercise will be more beneficial and more enjoyable for you. And that's part of what helps you to stay motivated, is having someone who's creative on your team to help you know the exercises to do, who helps you know to target what areas of your body and how to do the specific exercise. That can be extremely paramount to helping you stay motivated psychologically in the entire process. So I hope that this video was very helpful for you. Again, leave a comment, like it. If there was something that I didn't address or that could be made more clear in future videos, I will definitely respond to your comments, and would love to make more content that would be more suitable for your benefit. So again, thank you, and I hope this was helpful, and share it with somebody who you think it can benefit. All right.